How did Avalanche STUDIOSBLAND their deeply systemic high behavior tree designs with the content control needs of its mission and level designers? In this 2017 DD session, Avalanche Studios, Robert Meyer discusses technical designs, interfaces, and methods Avalanche used to keep its high systemic and robust, yet flexible and controllable enough for level designers. It was an insightful talk that's definitely still worth watching, so developers should not miss the opportunity to do so now that it's freely available on the official GD YouTube channel. In addition to this presentation, THEGDC Vault and its accompanying YouTube channel offers numerous other free videos, audio recordings, and slides from many of the recent Game Developers Conference events, and the service offers even more members-only content for DD Vault subscribers. Those who purchased all access passes to recent events, like DD Vault, already have full access to DD Vault, and interested parties can apply for the individual subscription via the DD Vault subscription page. Group subscriptions are also available. Game-related schools and development studios who sign up for DD Vault Studio subscriptions can receive access for their entire office accompanied by contacting staff via THEGDC Vault Group subscription page. Finally, current subscribers with access issues can contact DD Vault Technical Support. DG Capital's Claims Report, Q1 2019 tracked claims companies, raising $5.7 billion in 2018, which was over twice the previous record investment from 2017. Team Swing's Epic Games, $1.25 billion was not only the largest round raised last year, it was the largest non-IPO games investment of all time. The only larger single amount raised by a games company was when Netmarble Games held its IPO in 2017. Even that record might not survive given Fortnite's extraordinary performance. Source: DG Capital Games Report, Q1 2019. Note: free charts do not include numbers and data from subscriber version. All data sourced directly from companies and reliable secondary sources. As a sign of both financial muscle and the need to expand beyond car markets, Tencent was either a major shareholder or investor in 4 of the top 5 deals last year. As we have discussed before, this is becoming a familiar pattern. Tencent was behind investments into $630 million raised, Shandy Games, $170 million, and Huya, $462 million raised. Francis raised $200 million from Goldman Sachs. To round out the top 5, 11 other companies also raised $100 million plus rounds last year, with more in the single millions to tens of millions range. By far the largest categories for investors were mobile and games, tech other, particularly streaming, each of which took around 1/3 of investment dollars last year. Mobile games, esports, console PC games, and VR games companies also raised significant amounts. The games acquisitions market was also on fire in 2018, with over $22 billion games more making it the second highest year on record. Games more dollars are always dominated by mega deals, which last year included Naspers selling 2% of TNCENTFO over $10 billion for a 6.000 return, and Tencent and others acquiring Vivendi's $2 billion plus stake in Ubisoft. Zhejiang Century Huaacquirdshenyu Network, the online games affiliate of Shandy Games, at $4 billion. Poly Partners picked up Asmodee Digital for $1 billion. And Aristocrat closed its Big Fish Games deal, a nearly $1 billion. There were another 8 acquisitions in the $100 million plus range, and more in the single millions to tens of millions range. Unsurprisingly, mobile dominated acquisition activity last year, as it did the year before. Mobile and console PC made up most of the rest of the acquisitions market. The games market as a whole is incredibly consolidated, with the top 10 public, i.e., stock market listed games companies taking over 3/4 of public games company revenue and around 4/5 of public game company valuations worldwide. This is not all market revenue valuation, as privately held companies are also significant. The big keep getting bigger. Over the last decade, games IPOs have gone through 3-year repeating cycles, where one huge year is followed by 2 quiet ones. The last high came in the record year. Games IPOs in 2017, with games IPOs in 2018 raising around 90% less than that high point, as DG Capital anticipated at the start of last year. While it's too early to tell if the 3-year cycle repeats in the same way, 2019 could also see muted games IPO activity. Let producer Joe McCoy discusses the development of Apex Legends. Eurogame recently published an interview with Respawn Entertainment's Let producer Joe McCoy, who discusses the development behind Apex Legends, a new battle royale game set in THETITANFALLUNIVE and how it came to fruition. McCoy knew right from the beginning that the idea of Apex Legends was going to be hard to sell to players, which explains the secrecy of its launch and minimal marketing to push the game. Our desire is to be completely open and transparent with our player base, and part of that expands to how we talk about problems. And we understand this game is gonna have a skeptical audience, McCoy explains. After all, many players were expecting a sequel to Titanfall 2. There are some people who think there are too many battle royale games. It's sad. The world thinks we are making Titanfall 3 and we are not. This is what we are making. To try and convince a skeptical audience for months with trailers and hands-on articles. We are just like, let the game speak for itself. It's the most powerful antidote to potential problems. He continues. We are doing a free-to-play game, with essentially loot boxes, after we were bought by and it's not Titanfall 3, it's the perfect recipe for a marketing plan to go awry. So why have that? Let's just ship the game and let players play. McCoy also describes the challenge of designing a battle royale game without CERTINTITANFALLPIMECES, namely the Titans. The decision to forego specific abilities or items ultimately came down to the difference in goals between the core Titanfall games and the new battle royale. When we started the Apex Legends, we were building on Titanfall 2, and we did not know we were not going to have Double Jump, while running our Titans, McCoy says. The choice to not have those came about because of playtesting against our goals, to have a strategic, learnable, masterable, deep game. Be sure to read the entire piece over at Eurogamer, which provides some more detail about the development of Apex Legends. See Worldwide Studios chairman Sean Layden reflects on E3's place in a changing industry. 2019 marks the first year Sony has opted to skip E3, a move that, when announced late last year, prompted questions about the long-running trade show's role in an industry that has changed quite a bit in the events 23-year run, Sean Layden, C Worldwide Studios chairman, and former C president and CEO, touched on Sony's decision to skip the show in a recent interview with Net, essentially boiling the decision down to shifts in the game industry and world that have not necessarily been reflected in E3's structure just quite yet. When we decided to talk video games on offices back in 1995 during the PlayStation 1 era, E3 served to constituencies, retailers and journalists. Retailers would come in new, deals would like come in, and he had to say, I am from Sears.